everybody, to our presentation on our project, SOHI. So here's the guys in Phoenix. Here's our project SOHI marketing team. All right, Chris Derheim, also presenting tonight, Connect De La Torre, Aaron Geitzel, and Don Marie Long, and I'm Mike Schmidt, playing myself this evening and taking you through the first half of the presentation. Today we're going to walk through a little bit of the project overview, a current situation of SOHI, and a little bit of its history. Then we're going to go through a little bit of the research that we went through and found out, along with, like any good marketer, and SWOT analysis. And from there I'll turn it over to Connect, and Connect will take us through some of the alternatives, recommendations, and eventually we'll hit for questions. Give you a little bit of overview. Keith, who was here tonight with us, sitting in the middle of the room, is a district manager down in SOHI, and he's asked our class to basically assist him in working on his business district, which is SOHI.
We want to get people involved into the neighborhood through the events. We feel that once you get people out, they might have a better connection to the community, and they might actually take a little bit more pride in their community. And by feeling like they're part of it. We also want to attract new businesses to the area and bring more people into the area to patronize the existing businesses. And finally, we want to get out the word of the shops that are existing there, the different events that are going on, and what SOHI really means to the neighborhood, to the community, and to the Milwaukee area. We have we have a short-term plan and a long-term plan. And the short-term plan involves getting the community engaged. We feel the best way to do that is through community service days. We think that it'll get people to, like I said before, get involved, take pride in their community, make a difference. We also feel that the Milwaukee area as a whole needs to be where SOHI.
And we consist of Jesse Palmer, Heather Bowmill, Joe Keeler, and Kyle Wilson, along with John Zolk and myself. So before we get into the heart of the presentation, I just want to go back to a point that Keith made when we came back here in January, and that was with SOHI we're trying to sell the sizzle because we don't have the steak. And so as we worked on this project the last couple months, our team kept coming back to the idea that really if we want to see the long-term vision of SOHI succeed, we really need to find a way to mature that steak, or basically develop the SOHI brand. So how do we go about doing that? We started by first identifying the strengths of the situation. So we're an established nonprofit organization. We all know who's been doing great work down there for the last 5 years. It's an ethnically diverse area, also a large population. We're blocked from downtown and several other attractions. And also the two big things we can draw from is this large volunteer network we have, and the beautiful historic structures that are down there. So some weaknesses. There's a perception of high crime in the area. Some of the other groups talked about that. Also have a transient and planning population, struggling to get some new developers in there at the moment. Limited annual budget, and limited involvement from large businesses currently. So how are we going to turn this around? Well, some opportunities we discovered.
Phase one. Work with the current local street improvement initiatives, such as Milwaukee Street Safe Street Initiative. Improvement of the area, we've heard this through everyone right now, the buildings, sidewalks, etc. Voluntary program for regular cleanup efforts. Soliciting supplies for various businesses, and again, you supply the labor. Work with businesses like GE, Harley-Davidson that have strong community service programs. Request funding through the state stimulus, to help local business development and job growth. Stimulus is supposed to be all about jobs, so they should have some money available. Again, develop a business opportunity brochure. Basically, it's something that potential business can see where they should set up, stats about the community, taxes on the community, how basically the business works in that area for taxes, traffic flow, just everything. You have a quick brochure that you can hand out or be attached to any website or anything like that. Use SOHI events to visually present for a visual presentation to inform residents about future plans, so the community itself knows what you're doing.
Everybody see me behind this monitor. Okay, we're good. All right, so I'm going to go through our recommendation, which which is what we had, is to recommend the grocery store anchor. And now when we came up with this recommendation from our alternatives, we were primarily keeping in mind, well, okay, we have very limited resources. I mean, Keith, we have intern. Mark. I was also an intern at Mark. Interns. Sorry about that. But we have limited resources, and so we didn't want to spread ourselves too thin. So we wanted to really focus on one particular area. And then another thing that we wanted to think about is, okay, what is the ultimate goal of SOHI? And so from consolidating what we had heard from Keith and from reading on the web and kind of going in the area and seeing what it is really to establish SOHI as the next urban pocket in Milwaukee to transform into a
feasible strategy that will position it for the near-term revitalization. And so we must ask ourselves, how should we strategize for the future? Our primary objective with interviews with Keith, we also talked with Theodore Lipscomb, which is a really nice guy, and just received a ton of information. And so similar things were echoed between these two men. We want to market the district to new businesses and customers. We want to find a way to work with developers. We want to market the district, and we want to keep a historic stock in SOHI. Our presentation agenda today, first we'll go over our SWOT analysis, then we'll go over the marketing components that we considered, then our considerations, and then implementation of the plan.
All right. So the first thing we wanted to do is to perform a SWOT analysis. And the takeaway I want you to leave with from this slide is really that the fact is, despite many strengths and many weaknesses that SOHI might have,